Well, holy tuna, we have some important news to discuss today. Hello Games, Sellout to Microsoft, question mark. What is going on? That is right, ladies and gentlemen. There's something that's just been making circles on the internet today, and I have the full article to share with you. Microsoft buying Hello Games? What is that all about? And is it actually going to happen? Let's get into today's video because it is going to be very, very juicy. Now for some context, earlier this year, Microsoft acquired Activision Blizzard. But before they actually acquired that, it all went to court and it was a whole show just due to the fact that Microsoft is trying to monopolize the gaming industry. Well, I'm not a political channel, so that's not really anything to do with what we're about. However, what is interesting is the court documents that have finally been released to the public, and in those court documents it is very, very juicy, with Microsoft plans on acquiring a bunch of gaming studios, and in one of those documents is its intention to acquire Hello Games. I've got the court document and we're going to take a quick read of it and see for yourself, but yeah, holy smokes, this is actually quite huge. So to start off with, the document says, below we have a sampled list of some of the most recognizable names on slide deck. Note that a portion of these studios are no longer available for acquisition, including Bungie, who was purchased by Sony Interactive Entertainment for $3.7 billion. So if we go down the developers list here, obviously Bungie, that's been sold off to Sony. CD Projekt Red, Certain Affinity, Crytek, holy smokes, 4A Games, Digital Extremes, From Software, Gearbox, but look at this, Hello Games. Holy smokes. Hello Games, obviously even says next to it, independent, because it is its own game studio, a very small team that worked very hard on obviously limited titles, as we all know and love, No Man's Sky, as well as a few others. Now it goes on to say, you know, other developers like IO Interactive and so on. You can see the list right here. Now, as we know, and it's absolutely no secret at all, that No Man's Sky right now is on Game Pass, which is a portal owned by Microsoft. The servers used for multiplayer connectivity is Azure, which is owned by Microsoft. So it would make perfect sense to why they would wish to acquire it, since a lot of how this game is run and operated is already with them anyway. Now, this isn't, in my opinion, a very good idea, and this is the reason why. The developer of No Man's Sky, which is Hello Games, the company, and also Sean Murray, which is No Man's Sky is basically his baby, his dream child. I don't believe a corporate standing on No Man's Sky is going to give it the same love and attention this game deserves. I feel that it could be a completely backwards and wrong mistake for the game and its community in a whole. Now, I don't know if this acquisition would actually take place. Right now, it's just up in the air. They're thinking about it, and I think that's what it all comes down to. But the fact that they have Hello Games in their sights makes me very uneasy. Now, with a corporate standing behind the game, it could go one of two ways. It could be the best thing to ever happen to the game, with all new funding, all new resources, putting a much bigger team onto the game and really making this game out to be what it was always meant to be. But that could only ever happen if Hello Games and Sean Murray, the team that make this game work, all stay on and get more funding in order to really make this project what they want. But it could also go the other way. They could acquire the studio, and with Microsoft then having the entire rights to this game and Hello Games themselves, it could be a disaster. Now that is what I am worried about. They could change the team out entirely. They could cut funding. They could do a lot of different things. They could introduce new aspects to the game that no one even wanted, including things like pay to win and other functions like that, in order to then start making this game generate some sort of income. Because as we all know, Hello Games have pretty much released, in fact they have released every single update so far completely for free. There's been no DLCs or anything of that sort. But if Microsoft took a hold, could that change? Could you then have to start paying for extra content through DLCs? That is a complete and utter discussion in itself. Now, there's no evidence to say that's what they're going to do, but that is my fear, and that is what I think about it in a subjective manner. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section down below. Now, also, let's look at it from a company standpoint, where the dollar or the pound matters. If someone offered you £3 billion or $3 billion for your company, would you seriously turn around and say no to that? Now, that would be down to the individual. That would be down to Sean Murray, and, you know, what is worth more to Sean himself, having $3 billion in the bank account, or literally having the community and his dream child game unimpeded, uninterrupted, so he can continue his vision without being told really what gets put in the game and what doesn't. Now, that's down to the individual, but if $3 billion, that would be very, very, very tempting. I mean, I wouldn't turn down $3 billion, and I don't think any of you guys would either, but I could be wrong. Let me know, comment section down below. Anyway, guys, that is everything from me here today. Do you think Microsoft taking over Hello Games and taking over No Man's Sky as we know it, introducing DLCs? Would you even pay for DLCs if they actually brought something useful that you would actually want? Or do you think it could be bringing DLCs and really just ruining No Man's Sky as we all know it? So yeah, let me know your thoughts about this. Comment section down below. As always, my name is Professor Cynical, and I'll catch you all again in the next one. Bye for now.